Hi. So I already recorded this before, but I didn't like the way it turned out. The quality was not up to par, and it was too long for what it was. So if you want to see that slash hear it, feel free to let me know. If not, it's going to the trash. So, all right. Approaching awkward conversations. It's a tough one. I'm also very blunt, and I naturally speak in a very monotone way. So it tends to be the case that unless someone knows me pretty well, that they assume I'm upset or I'm angry. Pardon. But really, when it comes to dealing with people, and again, this is counterintuitively gonna sound kind of like blunt, but you have to get over yourself. Like, communicate directly and use your discretion for what you feel would be the most appropriate response to the situation. So, you're good at like analyzing things. I definitely feel. So I would say, keeping in mind like the context for the conversation in the first place. Like if someone just walks up to you and says, "I like your shoelaces," and you say, thanks, that can be the end of the conversation. You can leave a conversation for any reason. You can say, "All right, well, it was nice talking to you. Bye." And there are things that can seem kind of silly, but honestly, if you have nothing to say, you don't have to say anything. And in situations where it's like it's like a different gravity, like someone is they reach out to you and they ask like, "Hey, do you have time to talk?" So then you say sure, and then you go to talk to them, and then they tell you, "My friend from however long died, and I have no idea what to do. I'm like, in shambles." So this one is awkward for like a different reason. It's not like pardon, my throat is dry. It's not that like it's awkward because of the way that they're approaching whatever the conversation is, but more the topic of conversation is not something that you would normally talk about. So the awkwardness has this um, underlying factor of you not knowing, or that could be either of you not knowing how to navigate the topic at hand. So in cases like that where it's like this is really important, you don't know what to say. A lot of times, what people are asking for is an ear. They want someone who will listen, and a lot of cases like that's helped me. Um, just being there to listen to someone else's problems. That's a lot of cases. That's been like the solution for a situation that I don't know how to handle, but I want to try to respect the gravity of. As far as like, I haven't really gathered. I'm looking at your text now, and I hadn't really gathered if you meant um, that people were misinterpreting like your tone or what you meant. But uh, sometimes like your tone is just your tone. Like I know someone, dear friend of mine who tends to speak in a very like flat way, but I understand the tone that she uses because I have a very similar tone to that. But a lot of other people perceive her as mean. And, she's a total sweetheart, much nicer than I am. But sometimes there's nothing that you can do to change your tone. And in some cases, even when you can, it's okay not to. And if you have like a naturally flat kind of tone or delivery, then that's just who you are. And you don't have to change that. You just have to find your way of navigating situations. Like, if you tend to be very blunt with things that you don't know how to respond to, try listening. Just default to listening. Ask the person, um, like, what do you want me to do? Like, how do you want me to be there for you? How do you want me to support you? Because they will learn that you care. They'll come to understand that you care, even if it doesn't sound like the way that they're used to. So, do what you feel would be the most appropriate for the situation. I know it's a whole lot easier said than done. I have that same problem myself, but I'm um, I'm dealing with it in the best way I can. It strains my voice to put tonality into it, so sometimes tend to sound like upset or angry when my mood hasn't changed at all. That's just the way my voice sounds. And it's okay to be misunderstood. Sometimes you'll be misunderstood. But just make your intentions known if you're uncomfortable with people misinterpreting your feelings about a situation. Just do the best you can, and don't be hard on yourself. There's many ways to be compassionate and to show that you care for other people. And regardless of the gravity of the situation, which is awkward for you, I absolutely trust that you will find the best way for you to deal with it. All right, that's all. Love you. Bye.